You're listening to The Sports Fix.
Portions of The Sports Fix brought to you by Harry Buffalo. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
Sports Fix listeners, don't wait all day or all week to get in on the fun. The party doesn't stop when we go off the air all week long. The Sports Fix social media sites are your one-stop shop for all things Cleveland sports. Jump over to Facebook.com/TheSportsFix, Facebook.com/TheSportsFix, and become a fan today because we love fans and they create some of the best sports talk in town, Daddy. You'll enjoy talking to your fellow Cleveland sports fans on the Sports Fix fan page. And if Twitter's your thing, well, you know how we do it. Tweet with us at TheSportsFixCLE. It's that simple.
Twitter.com/TheSportsFixCLE, baby.
Chat live with the crew during all your favorite Cleveland sports events, tickets and contests and trivia and so much more. Get with us today, The Sports Fix on social media, Facebook.com/TheSportsFix. Tweet with us at TheSportsFixCLE. Join the Sports Fix on Facebook and Twitter today.
Hi, I'm Hector Marinero. You're listening to The Sports Fix.
Live in Ohio, it's time to get your fix. The Sports Fix.
Welcome in, everybody. We are live Wednesday, Hump Day, baby, here on the Sports Fix. Middle of the week, time to blast through it, Daddy. Get you through, heading from the front side of the week to the back side, heading towards the weekend. Welcome into the Sports Fix. That's what we aim to do every Wednesday here, every day, but especially every Wednesday here. And no different today. A loaded slate, several guests coming up. We're going to open up the phone lines, all of that. The madness begins. Are you ready? We've got a lot to get into today. Welcome into the show, The Sports Fix. For those of you who haven't been here before, let's do it formally. Welcome into the Sports Fix. I am your host, the Big Daddy on the microphone, J-Rock Jerry Myers, the conductor of all of this madness and goodness that we do here each and every weekday at noon across the Sports Fix radio network. Perhaps that's you listening on TuneIn and TuneIn's radio application worldwide. Perhaps you're listening to us live on the sportsfix.net where it all launches. Maybe you're listening on Spreaker and Mixler and all of their respective digital applications as well. Perhaps you're one of the thousands around the world listening 24 hours a day on digital delay on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud, all of the various podcast and download and subscription formats. However you enjoy the show, we enjoy having you enjoy the show, and we could go back and forth. And we are definitely glad to have each and every one of you with us here, however you enjoy the show, guys. And I say it all the time, today no different. I want you not just listening along, not just being happy that you're here enjoying the show. I want you to be a part of the show each and every day. That's what we're here for. We don't talk at you. We don't talk to you. We talk with you, baby. So pick up the phone and give us a call. 216-539-7535 is the number to call. I'm going to be able to open up the phones here for, roughly the first 30 minutes or so, and then again at the back end I'll open them back up on the final segment of the show, middle portions. We got several different people coming on, of course, looking at the slates. We got John McMullen, Dan Wismar, all of that. So 216-539-7535 is the number to call. You can pick up the phone, you can give us a call. You talk Indians, Browns, Cavaliers, anything you want to talk about. Maybe you just want to call and wish Bruce Wood a happy birthday, my man Bruce in the chat room. Maybe that's why you want to call. So if you want to say happy birthday to Bruce, now that I'm giving him a hard time, I'm sure he's probably mad I even mentioned it on the air, but happy birthday to my man Bruce hanging out over there in the chat room. 216-539-7535 is the way to do just that. Or if you can't get to the phone, use your Facebook, your Twitter, your email. That's what social media is for. Facebook.com/TheSportsFix. Tweet with us at TheSportsFixCLE. Email us, TheSportsFix@AOL.com. Be a part of the conversation 24/7 as we roll on. As I said, looking at the slate of things today, we've got John McMullen normally with us on Mondays. He's here today, just about 30 minutes from now. John McMullen from the Sports Network going to join us, talk all the latest. We'll talk some Browns, NFL, all the things going on in the world of professional football. We'll hit it with my man John McMullen. Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan always with us here on Wednesdays. Today, no different, as we sit down and talk to Dan, not only about all the things going on around the world of sports, but we'll look into the Ohio State Buckeyes and their preparation to kick off the season. That's it. College football's upon us. High school football, the pros are coming. I mean, it's football season, and the Buckeyes and Navy kick things off. We'll do a preview deal with my man Dan Wismar here a little bit later on in the show. Man, rocking and rolling. A whole lot to go into. How's about them Indians, by the way? Just say it. Them young Indians, I got to tell you, last night, they giveth, they taketh, they giveth back. I mean, I love it. It's the gift that keeps on giving there as you watched that game last night. I mean, it told all the stories. You thought, man, all right, Indians aren't joking around here, man. They're coming and going to work, man. And then you said, oh, is this really going to go this way? This is the way we're going to go. But, hey, they came back, and they flipped the script. Why not? You can't fault this team. Doesn't have a script to follow. That's the beauty of what they do. You don't pitch well, that's fine. We'll hit it. We'll hit this time. You don't get the sack bunt down. Hey, that's okay. We'll just hit the next pitch out of the park. I mean, that's how these guys roll, man. But you know what? And Mike Brandenburry somewhere is shaking his head at the radio when I say this right now, but that's what teams of destiny do. You can't predict it. You can't call it. It's inconsistent. It's just meant to happen. That's this team. I don't care. I've turned into that guy because I don't care. Back against the wall, I'm coming out fighting. These Indians are not going quietly into the silent night. I'm sorry. Rose McGowan, they don't believe you. You will not hold on. They refuse to go to sleep in the cold water. Sorry, man. They're not doing it, man. And I'm with it, you guys. You know what? I'm feeling good. I'm going to go to the phone lines. Before we even roll into the details here, I want to talk some about the Indians and Kevin Love coming to town, his press conference, and all of that. But I'm going to let you guys start things off here. Caller, you're first up on the Sports Fix.
Big Daddy.
Oh, Big Bob, what's happening?
Big Daddy.
What's happening?
Those Cleveland Indians, baby. Those young Cleveland Indians.
Baby. You know it. I'm going to get a T-shirt made just for you, man. You and me are the only ones
just riding under that radar all the way to the World Series, baby. All the way.
If that's the final destination, you have definitely not swayed from that prediction. No matter how low the tide sunk, you have stayed your head above water.
Right on board, right on course.
I'm with you, man. No, but I'll tell you, and looking at last night, I said the game kind of told a couple of stories because at first I was really hoping, anyways, watching the nothing. I said, you know what? Maybe Chicago's reached that point of the season where they just kind of, they're just playing out the string because the games are left, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe, and it looked like it, and then boom, they come right back. Then Indians still look like, okay, the couple innings in here, we're gonna hold them off. They slowed off the pitching, shored up a bit, but then boom, next thing you know, you're down and you're going, tell me that we're not starting this road trip this way. And sure enough, but look at how it ends up. I'm telling you, Zach Walters doesn't do nothing but hit home runs, man. I don't know where this kid came from, man. But like Charles said in the chat room, at this point, I don't think anybody's mad about that Asdrubal Cabrera trade anymore.
Well, to tell you the truth, you know how I am with Asdrubal. I like Asdrubal, but I'll tell you what. Too. Zach is now a young Indian, and you bet your bippy I want him to be a star. The only thing is now, where are we going to put Zach Walters? Outfield, shortstop. I mean, it looks like the kid can play all over.
I know. That's a fun problem to have. Now
6'2", 195. I think we got ourselves a young Indian stud. Still early, but right now, I'm liking his swing to Fred Lynn.
I mean, I'm with you. It's early, but yeah,
it's early. Absolutely, it's early. But I'll tell you, the way the young Indian is coming out, he's coming out like he's going to stay and wants to stay, and I love it.
Some pop in
that and that's how we have to be.
He is showing himself to be a legitimate prospect. I mean, that's all you can ask for out of a trade like that. Is he's definitely going to be somebody you look at. I mean, clearly, look at it. He's got 6 home runs here since he came over, and I mean, he's got some pop in that bat. You know, him and Ramsey both.
And he's a cowboy. He's from Wyoming, baby.
You love them Cowboys, but
him
you know
and
what?
Josh, man, I love my Cowboys, baby.
I'll tell you, Big Bob, on trade deadline day, not necessarily the names. People just kind of sloughed off both of those trades as nothing, and they really looked past Ramsey and Walters. And I said, hey, I know you guys don't want to hear about the future right now, but I like, you know, the report on both of them. And like we both just said, way early. But man, he's got some life in him.
Oh, my Lord. I just hope the young Indian don't have it corked. I hope he don't have it corked.
Let's not even. Why you gotta go there? But you know, I mean, still, like I said, now keep in mind a lot of things still left to be seen because he's got 48 at bats. He's struck out 15 times, so he's definitely. But you're gonna get that with power guys.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's only batting 208.
I mean, we passed on him with the Cubs. I mean, yesterday, look at the poor kid, 4 strikeouts.
I mean, that's what you get with a lot of young power potential guys. They're high power, but they're high strikeout. Some of them are low average. I mean, really, we're talking about a short sample of games, but he's hitting about the same percent, as far as his batting average as he was in Washington. So he's still around 200. You know what I mean? So you still have to find out. I mean, because otherwise, then you just end up with a younger version of Mark Reynolds, a guy that'll come up and slug you 30 home runs, but he's going to strike out 300 times a season, and he's going to hit 210 while he's doing it. But there is a place. Even if he hits 200, there's a place for a guy that'll hit 25, 30 home runs in the major leagues. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely, which is good. And I'm, great in the clubhouse. I mean, the Indians loved them, we loved them, but man, those strikeouts come at the worst time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The worst time, and you just can't have it on a team. Especially our team, the way our young Indians are. I mean, we just can't have that.
Big Bob, I have to tell you, you have grown that term young Indians on me. I mean, like, you started using it, you coined it here, and I've jumped onto it. I'm telling you, I want to get t-shirts made that just say "Dem Young Indians." That's what I want to put on it, man, and just wear those out and about, man. But I'm with it, man, and I'm excited. And here we go. Now you've got Kluber taking the mound here, and this is exactly what we talked about when we previewed the series yesterday. Take the first one. Now you're in the driver's seat for this series because they have no choice but to win at minimum 2 out of every 3 games the rest of the way if you're going to do this. And now you've put yourself in position to go out there and do that if Corey Kluber can bounce back, which I think he will.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, come on.
I think he's going to have a strong performance, and I just hope I just hope the bats come around too and produce, and get let's get on the board, with our 2, 3, or 4 or whatever, but and don't stop, because we have a tendency to stop when the ace is out there. You know what I mean? Okay, we got our 2, 3, 4 runs. We don't need any more. We have to
keep. As you saw last night, they
have
not given up.
And
Chicago,
the whole bit.
Well, because that's what I was saying when we started on this phone call, is I was wondering if Chicago had maybe had that spirit broken, because teams reach that point around this time of the season, where they're just playing the games that are left. But as we saw, they got down early, they came back, they've still got some fight in them. Those guys aren't going to roll over, and they seem to enjoy.
Chicago still got that 2013 bad taste in their mouth from us. I mean, we kicked their buns last year.
Exactly. So
absolutely, they're not going to lay down. Oh, no. They're not going to lay down one bit. And I like that. I don't want to play a team that's laying down, or I don't want to play a team that has a lot of injuries, because that's not showing me anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play a team with all, Class 2 and AAA players. Come on. Or people on the injured list. I want to play your team.
I'm with you, Big Bob. Anything else before we jump off here?
Anything else? Hey, you guys took my love away from the New York Knicks. You took my love away from the Knicks.
Hey, man, we didn't do anything.
You know something? You guys are so pumped up and psyched, and I love it. I love it. You know, Cleveland's my home away from home, but Nashville, home away from home. But the way you guys are going so hard and heavy, I just hope you guys have a injury-free season. That's what